Today we are diving into possessed items, possessed people, and possessed media. And I want to really touch on the media and what it means when something is possessed or potentially using dark magic. I have noticed that there are some frequency shifts that have been occurring on social media, but also that are tied into specific shows that have a certain frequency that kind of reel people in. And this could be success magic or this could be dark magic. That's what we're going to channel today. I am just curious because there are some certain books that I've read. Anything that's like really, really big and everyone is flocking to it, and there is this kind of obsession energy that can occur behind this, let's say, book, TV show, pop star, whatever it may be. There's something else going on that is attracting the attention. In my opinion, I don't think someone could just have 3 billion followers without a little bit of dark magic going on or a little bit of something strange occurring. So, and maybe I will be proven wrong today in my channel. We are going to tap into whoever supports this conversation. My guides usually just take me to the best person that can answer this information. And so we're going to dive in. I have questions. I don't know everything, and I'm excited to see what comes through. Again, take everything with like a grain of salt. This is a video purely based off of my own curiosities, and also I felt intuitively pulled to do something on this because I think it's happening in a lot of areas right now to keep people distracted. So let's dive in. If you haven't been here before, hi, I'm Marissa. I'm a channeler of all sorts. I channel a lot of different energies. I do galactic healing, Akashic Records stuff, and I remote view as well. I have a Patreon if you want to be a part of our little community over there. And I post beautiful YouTube videos here that dive into a plethora of topics. So let's dive into this possession energy and see what our galactic guides have for us. Okay. He has connected me to an ancestor of mine that was a witch in her day and has studied and chosen to live multiple lifetimes studying this magic, studying this type of craft, if you will. And she is saying that possession occurs when there is an intention placed over a certain type of person or item or thing, media, show, book, that is placed over this and that is fed by the certain frequencies. She's almost showing me there is like a web around them that, or the thing that then is set up for major attraction, and it almost like charges itself. So there could be these curses or something, this energy that is placed on an item that then allows another energy to come in and basically like act upon the original item through this web. And this could be just a certain frequency, or this can be another soul. If it's a certain frequency, a frequency can be placed over a person, a book, a thing that then draws people to it. It's almost like really pinpointed magnetism. What's the word? Like, what's the word? Magnetism magic, if you will, or magnetism. It's like mastering the craft of magnetism. And so when there are these certain things, and the creator, first and foremost, the creator of this thing has to agree so that the energy is open and can be placed in this web and can be used in this way. And it's this mastery of magnetism that can be used for positive or negative influences and can draw people to it. And the more attention that is placed on this thing, the larger that magnetism grows. And then that is why we see this obsession energy occur with these certain pop stars, with these certain books or movies or TV shows. And if you are intuitive and if you are energetically sensitive, you can often feel this pull, this magnetism. And these are used specifically to, they're used as like these temples. These objects and these people are used as temples for people to give their power away to this temple. And that's a very specific word choice, because what are we doing when we go to, let's say, a church or a temple? We are praying to something usually outside of ourselves. We are asking for help outside of ourselves. We are worshiping something that is outside of us. That is what we have been taught. And so these things, with this energetic exchange between the person obsessing over it and the thing being worshipped, we are in a way giving our power away to it through this unknown magnetism that's created from this web that's placed over the item. And what information can you tell us about these webs? It's like certain sacred geometry I see that creates this magnetism. It's this certain energy made through symbols and made through like the intention being placed while the symbol is being drawn, and then these very big enlarged connections to kind of this like dark magic energy that has been gate kept for centuries by specific people. But there are also these devices that are kind of placed into some of these webs, not all of them, but some of them, that create that magnetism energy, that create this lower frequency that is then becoming magnetic through the magic that is placed upon these people or things. And that is why it's holding people in such a specific frequency is because it's magnetizing the people that are already of that frequency or that are close to that frequency, and it's like holding them there. It's kind of like a placekeeper, if you will. It's a energetic device that once you're connected into the web, it's really hard to remove yourself from it. But when you remove yourself from it, there is this clarity that comes about. There is a reclamation of your power. And these are really everywhere. This technology is being used on a lot of things. And Spirit, which items do you want to share that? I keep seeing like Taylor Swift as a lot of this going on. Even Sarah J. Maas books, Game of Thrones. I see Lady Gaga, Chapel Rowan has this magic going on, even Lola Young. I see like Zac Efron. A lot of celebrity use, a lot of like Mr. Beast on YouTube even, I think, is tapped into some of this. As far as like TV shows, like Netflix uses this energy a lot. And again, it's not always the person that owns these things is lost. Like they're saying you have to be very intentionally dark to like agree full-heartedly and consciously to these devices, to this kind of magic. And a lot of these people don't know what they're signing into. A lot of these people have no idea what is occurring and what they are offering their body to be, which is why we then find this kind of, we've all seen the celebrity, downfall. That's why a lot of them go through mental health issues, go through these drug abuse issues, go through all of these kind of spirals. It's because they then discover through being that item or through giving away their work to be an item of this magnitude, what actually occurs. And while yes, it brings the money, the fame, it also attaches them to this really negative frequency that is hard for them to be removed from. Ancestor, is there any other information that we should know about what if we own an item that is possessed? So she's saying there is a difference between the dark magic possession and, let's say, an entity that's crawling and using like a spoon or like a doll or like something. There is a difference there. Energies that hold dense frequencies often then become a match to energies, and then those energies can kind of become one, and that is what's happening when we see like an item that's possessed, or even a house, like a spirit being able to tune into a physical object and then move it, make the lights flicker. That's more of like the things are like a frequency match, and then they're able to move through that. Human possession, it's always agreed upon. It cannot just happen unknowingly, but it might come about as kind of this like trickster energy where, again, the person does not realize what they are signing up for, and then it occurs. But there is, again, a difference between that sort of possession and the frequency matching, because entities can also work through humans, and it's simply just a frequency match. So they can talk through us if we have our energy open in a way, and they just frequency match. Maybe they feel a thought in our field, they frequency match and then amplify that thought. And so we are not possessed, however, we are getting certain energies amplified, just how you can amplify joy in someone else. That's kind of how these entities are amplifying certain frequencies within us. And so we bring that forward just so you can be aware of the energies that surround you. And you can also have angels too. It doesn't just have to be dark. You can have angelic frequencies come in and help you amplify certain frequencies in your field. Everything is dualistic. So this energy can also be used for the good. These specific symbols, these specific webs, this specific information that creates this magnetism can also be used for good, and it is being used for good in a lot of ways. Shows that are beneficial. I see like the platform Gaia still has a lot of pure energy to it and is picking up speed on popularity, and that's because this certain type of magic that we are talking about has been used for good with that specific platform, and we do see this too. It might be their higher self. So I see Dr. Joe Dispenza as one of this the people that's using this magic for good. He has allowed this magnetism to move through him, and this can happen intentionally and unintentionally, okay? So we can all work with magnetism energy. It is just the specifics of mastering the magnetism and then placing it on someone or using it through yourself, because you can use it through yourself, and there are celebrities that have also done this. Paul Mescal is one of those celebrities that has just that natural magnetism that he's worked with and is unintentionally that's why he's gained so much momentum. It's this internal magnetism, and so we bring these identifications up so you know that this can be placed on something intentionally. It can also happen unintentionally, just through who we are as a being. Certain people might be more magnetized than others, but specifically the dark magic magnetism, that is mastering on a very dark level to it's connected to brainwashing, distraction. It's connected to keeping people in a very specific frequency, and that's kind of why we focused on that, is because I was asking about that, but they want to show us the plethora of ways that it can be used. So she's bringing through another aspect that helps us tap into this magnetism energy, this positive magnetism magic. And it really is the phrase, I have all that I need right now. I have it all. Because when you live from a full cup, when you live from I have it all, you are then coming from a full nature, which means you then attract and magnetize things that continue to fill you up, experiences that continue to make you feel whole, experiences that continue to feed this abundance that is already whole within you. So this is a little bit of a way, a very beginner, of how to create this magnetism in yourself. And I do have a question. How can we break away from these dark magic obsessions, if you will? If someone is under the influence of a dark magic possession, I guess, or being drawn to something that is under a dark magic possession, let's phrase it that way, how can they undo this? How can they come back? How can they be de-influenced, if you will? All it takes is awareness. It is just that simple. All it takes is awareness and your own action to choose differently. So if you start to feel this crazy obsession with a specific thing, know that you might be under the influence, or you can't stop thinking about it. It's constantly in your head, or maybe you just feel drawn and it feels kind of like this manic energy. This might mean that you are under the influence of a dark magic, an item that is dark magically possessed, if you will. And so it's bringing awareness, and once we have awareness, we are then able to decide what we want to focus on. We ultimately have the choice at times, and they're bringing us back to the power that lies within us. We have the choice at all times what serves us, what benefits us, and what we choose to feed with our own energy. So unintentionally, if you start watching something or reading something or maybe listening to this person's music, you can unintentionally and accidentally give your power away to it, give your attention away to it, which then creates that magnetized connection that then keeps you at that frequency unknowingly. You just agreed by choosing to focus on that thing. That was your agreement. That's how these energies are so tricky, even with the entities and beliefs that can be amplified from outside energies. That is how it's so tricky, is because we need to be aware of our own thoughts. We need to be aware of our own connection to certain contents and things that we are digesting in all moments, and seeing how does this make me feel. And when we are in tune with that, same with the thought that might be getting amplified, that doesn't feel right. Instead of just going along with it and agreeing unconsciously, we can look at the thought and say, actually, I don't agree with that. I don't think that's coming from me. I was just really happy, and now this anxiety is being amplified. I'm going to remove that and choose to focus on the positive, or choose to listen to something else. Choose to disconnect in that moment by bringing your awareness to how it makes you feel, and you will always be in control of your own energy. And I feel like that's a good place to end. Thank you so much, Ancestor. I am grateful for you, grateful for this connection. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tron. Disconnecting now. Alrighty. We come back down to Earth. Earth to Marissa. Okay, that was really cool. That was a lot of very interesting information that came through. I hope that helped. I hope that gave you some more information. I will say I definitely have felt this before with whether it's a specific artist. I mean, Chapel Rowan, let's be real, totally using that dark magic, or the powers that are controlling her are using it. And same with I don't know, a Court of Thorns and Roses. If you're a reader, I felt that craze kind of come about, and it's simply just, now we know this dark magic that has been used on the item, on the book, on the media, on the song, on the person themselves, that is then creating this magnetism and holding us in a specific frequency that that thing or that person is charged with. So very fascinating, very interesting. If you like this video, comment down below any questions or any epiphanies or any things that have reeled you in. Give it a like, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. And then if you want to be a part of my community, we do a lot of galactic communication, a lot of channeling, and some more in-depth videos that I don't share with the public on my Patreon. So go over and support that. And I am just very grateful for you, grateful to be able to channel, and I will catch you in the next one.